Ooh, here we go. What? No. What is this? Okay, what do I press?
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
That's sad.
I had to climb over.
Let's climb
That
over
was
it.
my only goal for a long time.
Ooh, we missed the sparkly, but we made it over. I love the narration and the push to do that. If I'd messed it up, we would have had to have gone back and got him. But we knew what we do it would have only cost us time. Let's get another sparkly over here. See, once again, really good level design where you have these trees funneling you straight to that pinnacle, that point where that sun is, and that tree straight ahead. Beautiful. The path is very clear, even though there are side paths you can take. Right? Nice. So we can choose to go this way. But the question is, should I have taken that direct path towards the tree? I don't know. Now I'm on a completely different path, and I see one of those columns, those pillars up there. We'll call it a shiny pillar. Hillian Dude in the chat says this is such a chill game. Yeah, I think that's one of the beautiful things. There are no enemies. Nothing to kill you. This is just driving a storyline. Typically, this type of game, there isn't a lot of replayability to it, but you buy it for this chill experience to experience this.
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
You didn't like chatting. Yeah, I would say, much like the beginner guide, a lot of games like this, a lot of these can be therapy games for the designer, where it's essentially they're writing like a short story or something to help them work through some of their personal issues. It's entirely possible that the developer doesn't have any personal issues either. They're just exploring a certain theme of regret or reminiscence, working through maybe some childhood trauma. We are not sure, but we're going to keep moving forward. This is intriguing. We've got another shiny pillar up on the hilltop up here. So two ways I could have gone it. Once you see this brown pathway, that's usually an indicator of where the player wants you to travel to. This is actually helping me out a lot. This is a research session as well. I love playing indie games like this to get new ideas for my own games. And this is teaching me a lot about narrative. I worry so much about mechanics many times that I skip the narrative part.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell.
You've got these logs directing me this way.
The aurora borealis would cast a cold green
that's
glow
not
on
actually
the
where I'm supposed to go.
mountainside.
We
would finish our route underneath the twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. Then why does it feel so different?
Something over here on the ground.
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
Oh, a keyboard. Okay. So I feel lost now. There's another pillar. There's another pillar. Just when I get lost. Ooh, look at this. This is different. different kind of landscape here. Okay, so I need to make it over to that pillar somehow. See that in the brown? I can see it, but I can't see the path to it. Nice little outcropping of trees over here. And there we go. There we go, another shiny. So, what was over here? Okay, so we had 2 paths leading this way. So this eventually is the way they wanted us to go. I'm sure through playtesting, everyone kind of ended up the same direction. And listen up, for anyone watching who thinks that maybe I'm spoiling the game a little bit, just talking about the dev process, definitely go play the game first. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna follow all these. Gonna do some double jumps to make sure we get them. And now where are we supposed to go? I'm assuming down. Down here. Here we go. Interesting. This one's a little different. It's sitting on a rock. This one is bouncing up and down. Ooh. What just happened? What just happened here? Let's try going through this path. No. One of 3 superpowers. I think I could have kept going this way over here, so we're gonna backtrack. I'm not sure, that just introduced us something new, a new collectible power, I'm guessing. I am feeling a little bit lost now. There we go. There was that other shiny over here. So we saw that before we turned, so we knew that we had to come back to this spot. Let's keep going. There's another shiny. And we'll follow the breadcrumbs. Kind of looks like it's leading me back out. Okay. There's another section with shinies. How do we get up there? Platforming. That's how we do it. Ooh, is that the tree? Look at that, it's moving. It is moving. Okay, let's go get the shiny first. And we'll go over to the tree. Over in the chat, the Hillian dude mentions that the music is outstanding. Yeah, I'm wondering. So I noticed the little keyboard in the forest. I'm wondering who made the music for this game. We should look it up. Hey, does anyone in the chat want to look up who made the music for the last tree? The first tree, sorry, not the first. I keep saying the last tree. It's the first, not the last. This developer should make a sequel to this game called The Last Tree. Why can't... Sometimes I can double jump, sometimes I can't. Somebody explain that to me. So I have to make this big loop. Make it back around here. You can't wait too long to double jump. You have to double jump kind of in close succession. I think as soon as your arch starts going downwards, you can no longer double jump. So a lot of games you can double jump at any point in your jump. This one is not that way. All right, Rune is hopping in with the answer. Soundtrack album by Josh Kramer. So it sounds like they contracted the music. It is beautiful. I know at the University of Utah, where a lot of our students work on student games, they sometimes partner with another school. Namely, one of the ones we consistently partner with is Berkeley School of Music, and they do a lot of this. Oh, no. What happened? I'm stuck. No. Okay, we got out. Woo! Okay, we're gonna skip that last shiny. We're going towards this big movie tree. I just can't get that last shiny. It's like reminiscent of a viewer level that I just can't complete. Come on, bud. Let's jump up this hill. That tree looked like I was supposed to go towards it. Look how much it's moving. I think that is just the physics. Another object, a boombox. Obviously, this person was into music. So that is where I went last time, right? Didn't I go through that? I went down that way. I'm a little bit lost. There was a pillar in there, but I think I lost it. Maybe I can keep going this way? Okay, I can. Okay. So I'm gonna try going over here to the right. I think I came from the left. There's that one again. There's the pillar up there. There it is. Can you see it? How do I get to it? Okay, so a little bit lost. Does anyone have any suggestions on where the heck to go? That seemed like it was just a big loop. But that is it. That is where I need to go, right up there. So why is this so maddening? No compass, no real indication of direction here. So it's all wandering and discovery. So we're gonna get out of this place. What if I got this last shiny? Would I get any bonus points for that? This double jump is so wonky. Okay, we're gonna get that last one. Don't really see anywhere to jump after that. Make sure we're running. Got it. Okay, so we got the last thing. Healing Dude comments exactly. The first tree, a fox trying to find her missing family, and a son reconnecting with his estranged father in Alaska. Yeah, it's beautiful. Let's hop back up here. Come on. Come on, let's jump, little fox. Let's find a new way to go. What if we walk around? We're gonna try and make it to that pillar. Maybe this was the whole thing. I was supposed to stop fighting. Okay, we're gonna run this way. We're gonna go to the other side of that mountain where we saw that beacon. We're gonna see if we can find it over here. There it is. Was that the one? Was that the beacon? So it wasn't in there. There was no pathway from within the mountain in the first place. Here's some building blocks. Okay. So we've begun our progression again. Got lost there for a minute. To anyone watching, thanks for stopping by. We were playing a game called The First Tree. And just like Healing Dude mentioned in the chat, the first tree is a fox trying to find their missing family and a son reconnecting with his estranged father in Alaska. And the fox essentially is looking for her cubs, and you're finding a lot of artifacts on the way. Here it goes. Okay, let's dig up this artifact.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
So I think that's the end of the dialogue. The last one of these I found it had like a pillar of light that came down like I collected something. This one just feels like it's broken. I thought maybe I was supposed to wait for the dialogue before I could collect that obsidian rock. But that's definitely the second one I found of the 3. But it still says 1 of 3 on it. Let's try. I'm going to try pushing some other buttons on it. There's no indication that you have to push any buttons. I know for digging you have to push the A button, but there's usually a prompt that pops up in front of you. Let's try it. Push A. No. Zoom doesn't work. Okay. Nope, no button presses, as far as I can tell. So there we go. And now I'm just wondering what direction we want to go. So look at that. There's a path here. But was that the path we came on before? This just takes us back, I think. A little bit lost. Got the God rays coming through. It's beautiful. There we go. We found more shinies. Okay. So we will press on. Hopefully there wasn't something. There's some more stuff back over there too, though. Hopefully I didn't miss something that I really needed. Very open world. Okay, here we go. What is this? There is a mattress sitting here. Okay. Mattress and a rock. Kind of tells me this maybe is the way I'm supposed to go. So anything that's visually interesting or seems out of place is something you're always automatically going to be drawn to. So I'm assuming there's a crib. And we have another beacon over here. So we're going to run to that beacon. I thought the puzzle levels with the butterflies were a really nice touch, but I haven't seen anything obvious like that for a while. Okay, another beacon shiny. Shiny beacon. Dig.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk, and I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards.
Oh my goodness.
What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
More objects. So it makes me wonder if this is the narrator's wife or a therapist. Okay, there's another beacon. I love that. There's a lot to love about this game. Once you do get lost and you start to get frustrated, you do see one of these beacons in the background to help lead you. I talk to my students a lot of times about putting those beacons up in the air. Just give the player some idea of where they're supposed to go. Kind of looks like a little bit like an Aurora Borealis. Okay, is this is that same one? No, we're leading you, backtracking me, bro. Do we have to find these stones in order? Because I wish it would give me that one, but it didn't. Okay, so where did we see that beacon? Now I can't see it. Okay, this is where I popped out. There it is. It's right there. It's right there. Let's see if we can get around this side. Okay, cannot go around that side. Okay, these were those pieces of wood that led you just towards the wall, so you couldn't get in there either. But But this is where I've been stuck. There is a beacon in here, right there, that disappears once I'm in there. So it looks like it's right on the other side of this rock. Now, call me crazy. Everyone can see that, right? Everyone can see that. So let's run around to it once more. So there's this path going right around. This one stops. Can't make it through there. You can make it through here. But once you make it to where that is supposed to be, it's gone. Right? There's the beacon, right there. There it is again. So let's follow the beacon as close as we can, going towards it. It looks like it's right over here to the right. Okay, there was a path to go through here, and that's where it was. Let's see if we can still see it. And now you can't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it is. It's right there. There it is. It's that rock. It is. So the beacon's over this rock that we already collected. We went to the next rock, and we're not able to collect it. So I'm really, really confused. If there wasn't I did something out of sequence or broke something. I'm gonna sit back and stew on this for a little bit. All right, my friends. So that has been the first tree. I am a little frustrated. I'd love in the comments if anyone watches it, anyone made it this far. Tell me what I did wrong, what I missed. I am always open for backseat gaming. I will say what's amazing about it is an indie developer project, a solo developer project. Obviously, they had help with music, but the game itself was created by one developer over 2 years, and it's had pretty solid success both on Steam and then obviously moved over to other platforms. I'm playing it on the Nintendo Switch. This kind of game is your kind of style. Definitely check it out. So everybody have a fantastic day, and we'll see you soon.